everybody, and once again, I'm Justin Pontarelli, and I'm going to try to make this rant short. It's also maybe a survey. That's what it's a survey. I need some sleep. Took a little nap last night. Couldn't get back to sleep after that. Maybe I'm a touch dehydrated. I don't know, but I think my brain might be going south for the winter, at least for a little while, maybe a day or two. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, cheers. So I'm doing a little bit of that Among Us game, right? And I didn't mean to walk into it, or maybe I did, Now, guys, as you guys know, or at least got the hint, I didn't vote for Biden or Trump, because I don't believe either one of them are the right pick for the country. I don't really believe that Republicans or Democrats have any solutions, any real good solutions, that is, because if you put two and two together, I did my spiel about the third parties and stuff, and wasting your vote, stuff like that, and the spoiler effect. So again, I play a little bit of Among Us. This time I'm not recording it though, just for myself and whatnot. And I walk into this game room, and this guy right off the cuff basically says F Trump supporters. And I'm thinking, okay, it wasn't just F Trump, okay? It was just everybody. He's like, just F everybody that supports Trump. It's like, okay, I'm not taking it personal, but I'm thinking to myself, well, I was kind of snarky and said, that's a very mature attitude of yours, basically. And, it's the guy eventually asks me, and another person asks me, do you support Trump? Did you vote for Trump? And it's none of their business. I didn't tell them anything, but I said, what difference would it make if I did, was the gist of it. And at some point, they were so fired up about that they decided to vote me off the spaceship, and I'm still playing the game. Don't want to, try to do what I practice, what I preach, which is very difficult in this situation. And I probably shouldn't have been snarky to begin with, but I also kind of commented about the tolerant left, and I said it. I said it very bluntly. Oh, so this is the tolerant left, is it? It's like, wow. So, heaven forbid, though, I open up my big fat mouth and say, hey, by the way, I voted for George Jorgensen, not Trump or Biden, so you can chill out. Guys, I just want to say this quickly, okay? If you're a Christian, you shouldn't be giving anyone hatred based upon who they voted for. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian voting for Biden or Trump. The other side doesn't deserve hatred just because they won or they lost or they're Trump or they're Biden, okay? Or more specifically, I'll argue because they support Biden or Trump, okay? And for that matter, people who voted for third parties or independents or just didn't vote at all don't deserve your hatred. And as Christians, we should be leading the way by showing our fellow human beings love and kindness and mercy, regardless, like the Bible says. And if you don't believe the Bible says that, you can let me know you don't believe it, and I can point you in the right direction to one of my previous sermons. So, I tried not to be nasty to that person in this lobby. I was a little snarky, probably should not have been, but I didn't ask, well, did you vote for Joe? And if so, F you. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that to the guy. I just found it surprising. It's like, I've heard of sore losers, right? But sore winners only. I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe I can understand last time they're kind of panicking and freaking out because they feel like the devil incarnate, I guess, is in the White House. But this time their guy won. Why are they freaking out now? Why are they getting so upset? Their guy won. Chill out. Smoke a doobie and enjoy your victory, right? Literally, guys. It's like, what's going on, man? So, again, as a Christian, you got to practice what you preach. And if you believe in God, if you believe what the Bible says, okay, if you believe that Christ is preaching what God sent him to preach, then you got to follow what he preaches. He doesn't preach to go around bashing your fellow man based upon their political views. And even non-believers must believe in the golden rule. And they must understand how it's much more helpful and beneficial than, say, bashing someone because they voted for Trump or voted for Biden. Okay? It's just such an immature stance to say, well, F so-and-so supporters because whatever. I mean, that's like back in school, like when you're like 5 years old or we'll say 10 or whatever. And it's like, well, so-and-so's a doo-doo head because they like the Dallas Cowboys. Back in the day, right? That's what it was. I'm in New York, so I'm supposed to like the Buffalo Bills, but suddenly if I decide to like the Cowboys, it's like I'm a doo-doo head, right? Or whatever. That's the general gist of it. Trump supporters are doo-doo heads because they like Trump. Am I in kindergarten? Maybe that was the problem. Maybe I'm just in the wrong lobby with young kids who just are not mature yet. Maybe that's part of the problem. So I want to hear from adults, people that are 21 and over, Christians and non-Christians. I don't care what you believe in or if you believe in anything. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's say, for example, you voted for Trump. Do you believe it's okay to bash those who voted for Biden? And on the flip side, if you voted for Biden, do you believe it should be okay to bash those who voted for Trump? And regardless of which of those two you voted for, if you know of someone that didn't vote or voted for a third-party candidate or voted for an independent write-in, do you believe that you should be able to bash that individual? If so, why? And especially if you're a Christian and you believe it's okay to bash those people, okay, based upon voting preference or not voting, why? Because if so, as a Christian, that perplexes me. Here I am in this gaming lobby being bashed because I opened up my mouth because I'm thinking this guy is just spewing out hatred because Trump lost, and if you supported Trump, then F you, I suppose. I don't understand that. And I didn't even vote for Trump. So I didn't say it though because I know I'm going to get lots more bashing if I admit that I didn't vote for one of the two parties. Okay? And then I have to go through the whole explanation of I'm in New York. Biden won by a landslide in New York. Pretty good lead, I think. Decent lead. Okay, there was no question he was going to win New York State. So my one little vote, like I explained before previously, wasn't going to do anything additional for him. And my one little vote was certainly not going to help Trump. Okay, it wasn't going to work that way. And since the winner is not determined by popular vote anyway, okay, but watch my other videos about spoilers and whatever else if you want to hear about that stuff. But anyway, so I didn't want to have to go through the whole rigmarole of explaining that part of the fact I live in New York and it's not going to matter who I vote for. Okay? But even if I had voted for Trump, do I really deserve to be bashed? Do I really deserve verbal diarrhea flung in my direction just because, heaven forbid, I should have voted for Trump, right? Anyway, going quick apology about my previous videos. When I was looking at the stats, I'm remembering in my head 3 types of lies. Lies, damned lies, and statistics based upon what my mathematics teacher taught me like a long time ago. It was either college or high school. I forget which one it was. But typically you can take stats and typically they're reliable. Not all the time, obviously. But in this case, I'm looking at the Associated Press on the night of, it was like early morning the next day after the voting was supposed to be done, basically, in person voting anyway. And I'm like, yeah, I think Trump's got this. He's going to clinch it. It's going to be close, but he's got this. Huge lead as far as the votes are concerned. He's winning Michigan, Iowa, no, Wisconsin. I think it was Wisconsin or Iowa, whichever. He's got Pennsylvania, Georgia, North Carolina. All of a sudden, slowly but surely, boom, boom, boom. Those states start to fall away, and it's like, oh, I feel silly now. But you know what? It's okay to be wrong. And I guess just to, anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about false prophets later. But okay. No, please note, I never said God told me. It was just me looking at stats, guys. So just in case you're a Christian saying, hey, he said Trump was going to win, I said, I think, based upon the stats, that I'm going to call it for Trump. I never said it was a shoo-in. Just based upon stats, I thought it was a shoo-in. But that's totally different stuff, okay? Anyway, little headache anyway, so. More water. Good on power for a while. So guys, again, let me know in the comments below, is it okay, based upon someone's voting choice, to bash them? Okay. I mean, I was literally told that I hate America. Because if, heaven forbid, I voted for Trump, I hate America. It's like, really? Now, I don't know statistically how many Republicans may or may not have been involved in the looting and the burning that has taken place in various cities, but y'all know I wasn't doing that. I'm here in New York, upstate New York, in Pittsford, with epilepsy, with shoulders that dislocate. I'm not doing nothing of that nature, okay? Because if I do, either A, I'll wind up caught and in prison, or B, I'll be in the hospital. Not worth my time. Especially not when I'm preaching stuff about love thy neighbor, golden rule, do unto others, have mercy upon them. You know, it's like, oh, goodness gracious. I'm just thinking, I can understand maybe if you're like a young child, or maybe if you're even like a teen, maybe there's some attitude of, you know, doesn't matter win or lose, beat them up anyway. It's like, but it's like, nah, man, nah. Don't be a sore winner. Don't be a sore loser, okay? For any Christians out there, my advice is this. There's a verse in the Bible somewhere that talks about pray for your leaders. So even if we do get Biden, pray for him. Pray that he does a good job. And yeah, on top of just simply praying, I know any skeptics are going to say, well, that's like just pray. Well, no. As my believing brother-in-law would say, pray, then take action. Whether that's a peaceful protest without violence or any of that nature, without any of that nasty stuff, or, you know, write to a congressman, write to your house rep, maybe write to your local leader, whether it's a governor or a mayor or whoever it is nowadays, right? You know, even start locally. I don't know, but take action, whatever you think it might be, you know. And as far as God told you to do something, I don't know about that. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but, you know. I'm not going to say God told me to make a video about this. No, he didn't. This is just for my own brain. But all I know, looting, killing people, and burning down cities will not solve any problems. And bashing someone based upon their voting choice will not solve any problems. If you do think it will solve a problem, if you think bashing someone verbally or physically based upon their voting choice is acceptable, let me know why in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. That's all I'm going to say. As always, please leave any questions, comments, and/or constructive criticism down below. And as always, Virus 2020, wash your hands. And guys, see you later. Thanks for watching this rant. Peace. Oh, I gotta find the button. It's down there. Okay, got it.